Would you like to get an idea for a business or for your job that actually makes a meaningful difference in the world? Well, in this video, I'm going to be sharing one major thing you can do to get the best ideas that will really help you create an amazing business, or if you actually have a professional job, so that you can not only be a high performer in your team, but your company can do really well in its industry. There's actually a quote that I love, which is, "Give a man a fish and you feed him for a day. Teach a man to fish and you feed him for a lifetime." So in this video, what I really want to talk about is one major thing that could hopefully feed you with ideas for your lifetime. Hi! If you're new to my channel, my name is Jo Randolph and I'm a holistic career coach that helps you discover your gifts, fulfill your purpose, and create a joyful life. If you want to watch videos like this, come and join us and subscribe. I post new videos every single week. So the other day I was watching a video by Terry Savelle Floyd. She shared a story that was so good, I actually wanted to share it with you. One day there was a guy called Dan, and Dan was out with his friends at a restaurant. They were eating and they were just sharing stories, and one of his friends actually talked about how when she was at the bookstore, she overheard a woman asking a book clerk, "Do you have a book on Microsoft DOS?" Something like DOS for Dummies. And the people at the table thought this was so funny. DOS for Dummies. They were making all these jokes about how this was so funny that this woman who doesn't know how to use Microsoft DOS was asking for a book for dummies. But Dan, who was really into computers, actually thought, DOS for Dummies. And he was just thinking about it, processing it, thinking about it. He realized that this could actually be a great idea, because even though him and his friends knew what Microsoft DOS was, there were other people around the world who knew absolutely nothing, and he could actually teach them something. So he decided to write a book, DOS for Dummies, and this book ended up selling 7,500 copies because it was one of the very few books that actually understood that not everybody understands computers, and some people that are starting really as a beginner would really love beginner-friendly language. This actually sparked him to create the Dummy brand, and this actually ended up blowing up. One of the next books that they created was Windows for Dummies, which ended up being one of the best-selling computer book of all time, selling 15 million copies, which is incredible. Now, the crazy thing is that he could have totally missed this idea if during the conversation he just laughed about it and thought, "Oh, I can't believe some people don't know how to do X." Instead, he heard this idea, he thought about it, and he realized that this is a way that he could be helpful. This is a way that he could make a contribution to society, to the world, and it turned out that she wasn't the only person who needed this help. There were millions of other people who needed this help. So why do I talk about this story? The reason why I talk about this story is that I noticed that there were a lot of YouTube videos on X ways to make money, X ideas on businesses you could start. I realized that when people are giving you an idea, it can be a little bit dated. It didn't actually help you learn how to get good ideas on a consistent basis and how to come up with ideas that actually make a really meaningful difference in the world. What I've personally found to be the most interesting thing is when an idea comes to you and you actually pay attention to it, you explore them, you play with them, and you actually see how they manifest and grow into something that you could have possibly never even imagined possible. There's so many people that have come up with inventions, products, businesses, strategies that they could not have possibly come up with on their own if they actually hadn't taken the time to meditate and reflect on the things they were hearing during the day. And one of the best things that you can always meditate on are people's problems, people's challenges, and people's questions. So the next time you have a conversation with someone where they're sharing a problem with you, or they're sharing a challenge with you, or they're asking you a question, that is usually a great sign that you could be onto something. There's usually so much fruit and juice that you can get from just reflecting so deeply on a problem or a challenge that someone has. The more of an idea that you could get, the more likely it is that this idea could touch one person's life, but from actually touching many people's lives. Now, there's so many different ways that you can help people, that you can serve people. It can be through services, it can be through products, it can be through apps, it can be through technology, it can be through so many different things. And that's really just the mechanism that you're using to touch people's lives. But really, it actually starts with really understanding someone's problem. So that problem to you might seem silly, like DOS for dummies, but what might seem silly to you could actually be life-changing for someone else. And that's it. I have one question for you at the end of this video, which is how much time do you spend reflecting on people's problems? Let me know in the comment box below. And before I go, one of the things to note is that I am currently working on a course on how to discover your gifts so you can actually pursue your passion projects, do what you love, and create a joyful life. If this course sounds of interest to you, simply click on the link in the description box below, because I'm working on this course and you can just be on the wait list for as soon as it launches so you can hear all about it when it comes up. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you liked it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and share it with someone, share it with a friend. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I shall see you again next week. All right, bye.